Hello, my friends, and welcome to another Stryker break. Oh my goodness, it's Bowman draft release day. It's already here. It's already 2026, and we've got 2025 Bowman draft. That's the way it works. It always works like this. The following year, Bowman draft comes out. Here's what we're doing today. Hobby boxes, 3 Chrome Prospect autographs per box, and Breaker's Delight boxes, also 3 Chrome Prospect autographs. And man, these are expensive, way more expensive than normal, and there's a reason. I haven't opened any yet. Hopefully they're loaded just like the basketball cards, but we don't really know. I mean, you might, that maybe somebody's opened them along the way, but the key to this release, if you're new to baseball cards, if you're wondering what the heck is this all about, why is this good, there are so many. So this is the baseball draft. These are the best players, minus a couple, out of the baseball draft. And it's so good because these guys are actually seasoned a little bit. They're more seasoned than the international players. So these guys tend to be worth quite a bit more than the international prospects because we have some data to go by. The most expensive guys are the high school players to chase. So when a draft class is loaded with top tier high school players at the top of the draft, that's good because prospectors chase young shortstops and center fielders, but all of the positions, shortstops and center fielders, most athletic, highest upside, more toolsy. They can move on from shortstop or center field to a different position if they have to. Shows versatility. And this particular draft class is absolutely juiced with high school shortstops. Some of the top players: Eli Willits, #1 shortstop out of high school. So that's the cover boy right here. Then there's a few pitchers that not a lot of people are talking about, but the #2, #3, and #5 pitchers. #4 is Ethan Holiday. He's probably reserved for Bowman. But the #2, 3, and 5 are all pitchers, 2 lefties and a righty. Then we get into a whole bunch of high school players at the top of the draft. That's kind of unique, but what are we talking? We're talking Seth Hernandez of Pittsburgh. Oh wait, he's a pitcher. JoJo Parker, #8 overall pick, shortstop for Toronto. He's out of high school. Steele Hall, Cincinnati shortstop out of high school. Cincinnati's the MLB team. We've got Billy Carlson for the White Sox. He's a shortstop out of high school. He's probably like one of the top guys, second or third best. He's #10 overall pick. Kason Cunningham, he is a Diamondback shortstop out of high school. Dax Kilby, probably the #2 guy we're looking for because it is a Yankees pick, and Yankees picks are always more valuable. We're looking for first autos. Dax Kilby, shortstop out of high school. Boom, once again. Xavier Nayans, shortstop out of high school, plays for Houston now. Tate Southasine, shortstop out of high school. Brady Ebel, shortstop out of high school, Milwaukee. So that's the trend. Tons of teams have good prospects. A lot of first and second rounders. Almost every team hits. So let's get into it. Break #1. Just wanted to do a breakdown for you guys real quick. Not a lot of people know exactly what we're looking for, who we're looking for, what this is all about. But I can tell you one thing. We're going to get some monsters today. And if you actually look up the prices on some of these guys, like, that's one of the things that separates Bowman draft from every other release is the depth and the breadth of valuable first autographs, at least for a while. The key to this stuff is if you want to maximize your profitability, you sell it quick. You just put it out there, sell it quick before there's a ton of them. And you can make pretty good money on raw cards. Well, there he is, the very first card. Oh my gosh, that's just a paper first. We're going to see tons of these. We're going to kind of fly through the base. There's lots of base and just keep moving. Cade Anderson, #3 overall pick, is our first hit. It's gonna be that kind of day. I'm telling you. Settle in. Settle in, baby, because if this is our first, we're in for some treats. Daniel, congratulations. Let me make sure I'm on the right one. Yes, release day #1. We're kind of flying through the base, like I said, guys. There's so much. We're looking for a couple of refractors per box, per pack. Refractors in a pack. We're also looking for the numbered cards, numbered firsts. This is the epitome of collectability for baseball cards. The first autograph. And what is this? That's to 35. What the heck is that? Ryan Mitchell. For some reason, this refractor is numbered to 35. Okay. Should we look into that real quick? I think we're not going to see a ton of that. What's up, chat? Hit the like button real quick. This is the first guy you see, Cade Anderson. Camille with a $35 super chat right away. Thank you so much. Camille won the Zion case. Congratulations. Says thanks for the Zion slab case, Stryker. You're going to like it. I guarantee it. I'm on the checklist right now. We're looking to see what this to 35 is. I don't even see it. They don't even have this. Why wouldn't they have? They don't have the list of parallels. Okay, we're going to wing it unless you guys know. Logo fractor. This is a new insert. Prized prospects. Jamie Arnold. Jesus Made, a couple of refractors. Odds aren't out yet. Even the Beckett website doesn't have very much information. So we got 5 breaks today, folks. Our first numbered parallel, actually our second, but this is the first. This is a what appears to be a magenta reptilian to 199. Kind of a cool card. It's got a nice texture to it. Guzman for the Pirates. International background. I don't see anything in the international in the background. There's nothing in the background. It's all blurry. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like some kind of a printing mistake or just the international background sucks. One of the two. George Lombard. In action. Nice little die cut there. I like that. Josh Hammond to 499. We're not going to play that game, Ben Cool. We're not going to play the correct Stryker on every single thing on release day game. Just not going to. Josh Hammond to 499. Prized prospect. I don't know. Already, like at first I was like, that's pretty sweet. And now I'm like, we'll see after I see about 75 more of them, how I feel about it. Logo fractor, printing mistake. Similar to the blue X fractors. I don't know about that. You grinding today, Liam? All right, man. Check back in from time to time. There's the Chrome Willets. Let's see who got the Nationals. Robert got the Nationals. First time breaking with Stryker. Congratulations. I didn't hear from Baseball America on this. They did, as far as I could see, they didn't have any Bowman draft content. So I don't know what the deal is with that is, but there he is, number 1. So here's our top 100. Interesting. At least I think that's what that is. It's got a different look to it. Bichette to the Phillies by the end of the day. I don't think so. I don't think so. Bichette to the Tigers by the end of the day. Yeah, right. I'll turn on him. These guys, I'll turn on them if they don't do what I want them to do. I'm not one of those guys who just like, I support my team no matter what. Nope. You better do the right thing. Jack Gurovic. That is a true orange, 16 of 25 for the Cardinals. Jesse. He is a 3rd round pick. Nice. Tigers aren't getting Bo. Come on, man. It's not outrageous. They've been linked to him. There are some guys where I'm like, Tigers aren't going to get that guy. But Bo's not one of them. He's actually, like, in my opinion, what he wants is quite reasonable. Aiden West X-Fractor. I bet you get one of those per box. Tigers have money to spend. They were going to sign Bregman to, like, a 6-year, $40 million a year contract. They have that money to spend. And they look like they're not going to spend it on Scooble, so they better do something in this key window. Like, the Lions just went through this same dance, like, oh, we got forever to win, so we'll just make some little moves. No, you got to win when you can win, or else it goes away like that. Tom, I'm not going to disown them if they don't get Bo. It's just like the whole offseason, how's it look, you know? What's going on? Is McGonigal going to get called up immediately? Like, is he going to... How's the Max Clark situation? Who did we sign this offseason? Who did we extend? What moves did we make? Did we get better? You know, all that. If I see a big goose egg, like kind of what the Orioles did last year, I'll be mad. Dude, did we get shorted an auto in box number 1? Are you kidding me, Bowman? Tops? Bad look. See what happens in a Breaker's Delight. Travis, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. Tigers definitely need a catcher. No, they don't. We have one of the best catchers in the league. Dylan Dingler. He's awesome. A couple of base cards right away. Just we don't need base cards in a Breaker's Delight box. It should be all goodies. That's a big one. Bradley Abel, and that is the number 32 overall pick, one of the best players to get out of this. Shortstop out of high school. We already got a couple of good autos. Dan, nice. Nick Becker. And Pico Cone. It's a Yankee, so he's got to be valuable. That's how things pan out. 4th rounder. And a Mariner. Another Mariners auto. So Daniel's doing good already. Kurt's got the Yankees. A paper auto. They have paper autos in here now? I'll look into it. Hold on. They better not have paper autos in here now. That's outrageous. Here come the parallels. Jesus Made, followed by Namala to 250. Oh, there's a gold in here. Gurovic again. We got the orange. And now the aqua to 125. Lodice to 50. Lodis. It's going to be Lodis. Figuring him out. Brand new. Never heard of any of these guys. Not one of them. I mean, I looked into the first round, but that's about it. Box. Jumbo box. Number 2. Base and a Delight? Whose Delight is that? That's a good question. Oh man, I can already tell Trash Mountain's gonna get out of control today. We got 5 breaks. Yeesh. Tigers need a power first baseman. You ever heard of Spencer Torkelson? I mean, he's not like the best first baseman in the league, but had a pretty nice year. Landon Hodge, X-Fractor. Cason Cunningham. Couple of refractors. Ranger Suarez to the Red Sox. That was a guy the Tigers should have looked into. What is this? Oh, that's a black Mitch Voigt, 38th overall pick to 10. Back to back here. And Dominic Reed. That's a sweet card. The black looks really good. 8 of 10 for the Mets. Daniel. No go on the paper auto. Do you know that, or were you just like guessing? Whoever said missed a paper auto. Because there's not one. I should have just stuck with my guns and been like, obviously Bowman draft doesn't have paper autos, but I was gonna give the chat the benefit of the doubt. All your privileges are now taken away. Next time someone said, you missed a, I'm gonna just think that you're lying. And that's the good instinct. Just think that chat's wrong. At least that's the way it should be. Sometimes I just give you guys a little too much credit. Let's see, Chrome Prospect Autos. Chrome Prospect Autos. Draft Prospect Portrait Autos. Achromatic Autos. Prospect Dual Autos, Bowman In Action Autos, Retrofractor, Image Variation, Price Prospects, Bowman Draft Nights Autos, Dream Draft Picked Autos, which is Dan Marino, by the way. Dan Marino has a first auto, I believe, to 50 in here. And then we got Lottery Ping Pong Ball autographs. Card Collector Clubhouse, they have paper auto. I'll ban you if you're not accurate. Sorry, I mean, I've had enough of it already. Walker Jenkins. That's a sweet one to 50. Big time prospect. And Max Williams, first auto. I see no paper autographs in here. I'm putting you in a timeout. A nice long one, too. Hate people that are just like, yeah, this, and they have no idea what they're talking about. Don't you hate that? When someone just pipes in and they're like, I know what you're talking about in this conversation. And they don't at all. That's why you should have to take an IQ test to vote. Mitch Vote. Mitch Voigt or Vote? One or the other. $4.99. It's ironic. It's Vote. The stage is going to be filthy today. Every break. Maybe. I love your outlook, John. That's why John's a mod in that guy's band. Timeout. Just a timeout. He'll be back in 30. We'll see how he behaves when he comes back. I mean, they do change things up from time to time. Like, that's why, like, it wouldn't shock me if they're just like, now you get one paper autograph per box. That would not shock me. It's in the realm of possibilities. That's why I humored it. Like, if someone came in and they were just like, you know, now you only get an autograph and a relic in a jumbo box. Before I knew, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to believe you on that. Turns out it's true. There's another little die cut. Die cuts are all right. I like how, okay, here's what's cool about these die cuts that I've already noticed. They're doing a color match situation over here on the right. And I like that. I appreciate it. It's the little things. Instead of making them all the same color, everything's uniform. How about that? George Lombard to 99. You know, you just talk about the die cuts. Pull a sweet auto. Another really nice Yankees hit for Kurt. Crushing it right away. Even with all that being the case with the jumbo boxes, I still bought some. Bazana refractor. Still bought my Max. Isn't that a sweet one, Russell? That's a sweet autograph. Just a sweet card to get an auto on. Very unique. Numbered to 99. You're not going to see a ton of those. That might be, I mean, it might be the only one we see today. True Blue Cody Miller for the Braves. John. 3rd round pick. That's the beauty of it, man. This checklist, relative to any other Bowman release other than Bowman's Best. Like, Bowman's Best checklist is really good. Trims out all the fat, you know. Gives you just the goods. But other than that, like the checklist on Bowman Draft is pretty phenomenal. Like, there's never a year of Bowman Draft when it comes out right away and people are just like, no. There's always potential and upside. Tanner Franklin. True Blue for Jesse. Why is all this happening? Like, why is all this news happening? Mets reportedly, oh yeah, I knew about that. Mets are going after Tucker. They want to do the little short-term thing where they're going to give him like $50 million a year. Not control. These little blues are, you used to be able to get one per box, but I don't think we got one in that first box. We just started. This is break number 1. We got 5 of them, so stick around if you're looking to see. Tell me that's your boy or your brother or you're related somehow. Looking for Nolan Sailors autos from Nick Sailors. How are you related, sir? Because you get to be our first celebrity in the chat. The first celebrity of the day, if you're related. Ty Harvey. Blue. Your son? Awesome. Congratulations. It's very... What a proud moment. What a proud, proud moment. I got baseball. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys something. Couple of things. We're gonna open this first. We'll open this first and I'll show you a couple things. There's some nicer resources. There's a Willits. Dean Livingston. Going to the D-backs. John. Nolan Schubert. Guardians. Castillo. Nice hit. And Ike Irish for Justin. We got some numbered cards coming up. There's JoJo. South is Scene. This is a good one. 1 of 250. First rounder, number 22 overall, shortstop out of high school. Braves going to John. A couple of nice ones for John. Olivito to 150 for the Tigers. Michael. And a gold. Both of our boxes have had golds. Gold geometrics. Murph Gray, 11 of 50. Going to Sean. These base cards are unnecessary and annoying. They should be refractors. All right, I'm gonna get these top loaded. I want to show you guys a resource. Informational resource if you like to open Bowman, but you're just not quite sure of like what players and what release. And it's a one-stop shop. It's called prospecthotlist.com. My friend made this website. He did everything himself. Let me show you it, and then we'll finish. Let's see here. A little display cap going. It's Prospect Hot List. What you can do is find any of the Bowman releases over the last 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bowman Draft, Bowman Chrome. And he has a hot list up here. I like to go to just like Bowman Draft hitters. We got 2025 Bowman Draft hitters. Click on that. And then it's got all the data for everybody that is in this, all the firsts that are in this release, 2025 Bowman. And you can sort it by whatever you want. So age, you want the youngest players, boom, there's the age. You can sort by age, and you can scroll over. I like to, one of the main ones is OPS. So you can sort by OPS and just see who's the hottest. Guzman has the highest OPS, but only 5 plate appearances, right? So go down until you see the amount of plate appearances you like. Schubert, Kepley, Fry, Kilby, all with nice OPSs. And then another tab that is important is the team rank. Sort by team rank, and you'll see that Willits is the #1 player in their organization already. Cunningham's #2, Fiend's #3, and so on. And it goes down like that. ProspectHotlist.com. If you like it, it's free to use. If you like it, shoot Cubby a little donation. He's got a donation box for all his hard work. Okay. Just had to get that out of the way. We've got 2 boxes left in break number 1. Nolan Sailors, 4th round, 128th overall. Known for his strong hitting. 389 average, 27 stolen bases in 2025, and leadership. I like what I'm hearing. Part of the Royals farm system. Lefty. Sailors led Creighton to a Big East title, an NCAA regional appearance, earning 2nd team All-American honors. Nice. Rodriguez X-Fractor. Does he have base cards in here? DeVries now plays for the A's. Remember that move? Head scratcher, a bit of a head scratcher. Not so bad. No, I do not. John, I do not. Caleb Bonnemer. Speckle. It is not numbered. Royals moving in the fences. Oh boy, that's important for draft, fantasy drafts. Dude, here's another black. 2 blacks to 10 in the same break. Mitch Voigt. We've got 2 Mitch Voigts. Numbered to 10 and a paper to 499. That is his first. And that is going to Daniel. You bought some of the Cooper Flag Living set. How do you think that's going to do? Well, if you're buying it, well, there's going to be a lot of them. You're not the only person with that idea. There's going to be a lot of them out there. Used to be you could buy a living set. Josh Owens to 250 for Michael. Used to be you could buy like a player's living set and send it off, get it graded, flip it, make a $20 profit. I don't know if that's going to be the case. We'll be able to see how many sold, I think. But there's going to be a lot of them, so I don't really know. I didn't buy any, put it that way. Like usually, in the past, I've bought some of the bigger players. Just like I would say, if you're going to buy that card for your collection, great. But if you're going to buy that and thinking that you're going to make money, the gems you'll be able to make money on. And you'd like to think that, man, you're getting it right from Topps. Probably going to be a gem. Maybe 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 be a gem. Petrie and Morrison refractors. Monk City, what's up, my man? Bowman Draft Wednesday is live. You just pulled a Nolan Sailors auto, Gem? There you go. See, now we already got the name out there in the ether. Everybody's going to be talking about him. What's the difference between a Bowman first card from draft versus the regular Bowman released? Okay, so it works like this. A Bowman first is a Bowman first no matter what release it comes out of. Some come out of Bowman draft, some come out of Bowman, and some come out of Bowman Chrome. You only have one first card. So some of these guys are going to have more cards in future releases. Let's find one. For example, George Lombard already had his Bowman first, but he has a prospect card in here that doesn't have a first on it. So that's just a prospect card. It doesn't matter if Cunningham's good. It doesn't matter if they had their card out of Bowman, Bowman Draft, or Bowman Chrome. Those are the only three releases that have first cards. And it doesn't matter which they're all like, it's the same. They just kind of spread the firsts out between those three releases. Bowman Draft is players that were in the 2025 MLB Draft. Bowman has both players that were in the 25 Draft and international prospects. And so a combination of both. And then Bowman Chrome has mostly international prospects. So there's like a Bowman Chrome also has a checklist that has regular MLB players. And so does Bowman. But all three of them are a little bit different. This is only prospects. There's no major league players in here. Unless somebody like happened to have made it right away, which I don't think there are any. Cameron Maldonado. Blue Wave autograph for San Francisco, Robert. Couple of hits for you, sir. It's a good start. Your Stryker breaks career. Pico again. Couple of Picos. Kurt, you got 3 autographs already in this break. Just from the Yankees. There's Dax. And Jacobs. Make sure you hit the like button. We're looking for a big day. Big day of likes. Yellis. Devin Taylor. Our first yellow to 75 for Mike. Willits is the chase, but after doing a little dive last night into all these guys, I looked up prices too, although it was pre-release, so prices are going to fluctuate big time. But I think there's like 10 dudes that could be the best guy out of here. Like this could be the best class in a while in terms of collectability, longer term collectability, because the high school players change the way you think about what's valuable. Like we're in a different, this isn't normal baseball. This isn't Topps or Topps Chrome. This is Bowman prospecting. You got to take off your hat of like, okay, this guy's a big league player. You take that hat off and put on a hat of like what could be, and how much time does it take for that player to pan out, and how much time is there of prospecting before the player's worth nothing. High school players have a lot longer leash. We're talking years of like, this guy's making some progress, this guy's losing some progress, this guy's not going to pan out, this guy's looking way better. Years of that when you have a high school player. Now, if they come out of college, they're way more seasoned, and like some of the guys out of this release are going to make it soon into the bigs. You make it a lot sooner if you have a Bowman draft card than any other, pretty much, because you know, some of these guys went to college for 4 years, and they're like, they played against some real good competition, and they are seasoned and ready to rip in the bigs. They just got to play, you know, maybe 1 year in the minors or whatever. Whereas, like, if you're coming out of Bowman Chrome, it's going to take you years to maybe sniff the bigs. And some of these younger guys, it's going to take years. But if you had 4 years in college, or even a couple years in college, you might make it pretty quick. Yeah, they're holding holiday for Bowman, I believe. That's usually what they do. Like, they did that with Bobby Witt Jr. They saved him for Bowman. You know, they want Bowman to be good. They want a big chase to be in Bowman too. This is just so spread and juiced in the first round, full of young talent, that they could afford to do that. The number 4 and number 7. So Ethan Holiday and Ava Arquette, number 7 overall, is in Bowman. Stefura for the Pirates, Dean Curley. Guardians pick for Castillo. Jordan Yost, Gold Wave 1 of 50. We got multiple parallel autos. This one's going to Michael. Matthew Fisher. Phillies hit for Christopher. Namala. Rodriguez to 250. South of Scene to 150. Another gold. Cooper Pratt, 25 of 50. Nice little color match for the Brewers, going to Dan. You bought a couple megas from Topps and they still haven't shipped. That stuff ships later usually. You gotta check. Like, the hobby stuff will ship on or before release day, but the retail stuff, I don't even know if it's available yet. You gotta check and see what the release date on that stuff is, because a lot of times they push back, or not push back, but sometimes those release formats are just like they come after. Did you look and see what the release day was for those? I didn't. I'm just assuming. Like, I bought a bunch of retail of the Topps Chrome Basketball off of Topps, and it was like a month later it shipped. All right, let us check out our hits. For break number 1, 45 minutes. It's about what I thought it would take for these breaks. Today, we're going to be doing Bowman Chrome, just like today, on Friday as well. And then next week, we'll start mixing in some other things, I think. Mix in some regular Topps. Some of the newest releases. We got a lot of color. Okay. Bonnemer Speckle, Sloan to $4.99, Harvey Sky Blue, Hodge X Fractor, Voigt to $4.99, Oliveto to $150, South Assine to $250, Irish, Schubert, Livingston to $99, Franklin to $150, Bremner Sky Blue, Taylor to $75, South Assine to $150, Rodriguez to $250, Stefura to $75, Fisher, Curley to $99, Lugo to $99, Gurovich to $125, Reed to 125, Gurovich to 25, Mitchell to 35. Still not sure what the heck this is, but we'll figure it out. Guzman to 199, Namala to 250, Pratt to 50, Gray to 50, Lodesi to 50, Jenkins to 50, Voigt to 10. Voigt. Both are Voigts to 10. Anderson auto. Hammond to 499. Williams. John. Cone. Back to back. Abel. Becker to 150. Miller to 150. Maldonado to 150. Owens to 250. Yost. 1 of 50. Gold Wave auto. And the Lombard to 99 in action die cut auto. Break number 1, folks. In the books. Break number 2. Up now. If you're interested in getting in on a break, maybe for Friday's Bowman draft breaks, become a member of my Patreon group. Join the Slammer tier and you will get notified when I post a break. That's how you join a Stryker break. Download the Patreon app on your phone so that the notifications pop right up on your phone and you can just click the button and buy in. Break 2, you guys ready? It's that fast. We're just hopping right in. So we don't want to delay. Why would we delay? Edwin. Sky blue paper. Ricardo to 499. Couple of refractors. Gamble. That is an Aqua Lava to 199. Going to KC, Justin. Yeah, Skeens and you Savage are a prime example. You know what else is a prime example of dude, I wrote all this down. I think I threw it away. I just went through the last few years of Bowman draft to see what the jumbo boxes have done. It's like a bell curve that starts at the tippity top. Well, it doesn't start. I mean, it's really interesting. You should see what the prices are. 24 Bowman draft is quite expensive. 23 Bowman draft is super expensive. It's like $2,500 a box for like these same boxes for 23 Bowman draft. 24 Bowman draft I think is about $1,975, somewhere around there. So even more than this. And then it kind of drops down after that because some of the guys haven't really panned out. But there is really big upside with this product. You just got to be pretty quick with it. Figure out what you're going to do with your cards and do it quick. Whether it's getting them graded, selling them raw, whatever it is. Aiden West. Going to Jonathan. That's why it's good to get in a Stryker break, because I ship cards quick. I get them out in the mail next business day for you. So these are going to be all in the mail tomorrow for you. Most, if not all, the other breakers cannot say that. In fact, some of them take a month to ship you your cards. Why would you even? Are the Yankees a good team? They always are. Because no matter who, they're going to be valuable. That's like back to the put on your Bowman draft, put on your prospecting hat And don't think of it in terms of what have these guys done. Doesn't matter. Yeah, they haven't done anything. Or some of them actually have done something already in the minors. But it doesn't matter. It's like you're just looking at boxes to check. The first box, how old are they? If they're like 18, 19, even 20. But the younger the better. So that's the first box. The second box is, do they play for the Yankees? And if that's the box, then it doesn't matter. Nothing matters with that. Like, first round Yankees pick, going to be valuable no matter what. Unless it's a pitcher. Typically, they don't draft pitchers in the first round. Wiggins X Factor. But like, okay, are they young? Is it a Yankees player? And then like, you can go into what position do they play? Have they, like, what were their stats? You can go into all that detail after that. But if they're young, like, doesn't matter. They're going to be valuable. Young shortstop's going to be valuable. Potential. Quintero for Jonathan. Speckle. Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, you learn over the years, but it's a buy low, sell high game, and the selling high is like right now on all these guys. A couple of them will pan out and be worth more. Most of them won't. This is the shiny new thing on all the teams. This is all the teams get a shiny new toy, and that's all these guys. So everybody's real excited about their team and their pick, and they're like, this is the first card of my guy I can get, and people will pay. 2 Aiden Wests. Let's double them up. I mean, I know I do. Like, you want to get your teams new hope. It's like episode 4. This is a new hope. Bowker to 125 from Michael. And it's not just an international prospect that you're rolling the dice on and you don't even know if they're ever going to do anything. This is like, man, a lot of time and research and development and money is going to go into these guys. So you really want your first round pick to pan out. It's a blue Ben Jacobs for the Tigers. Is there any value to the paper cards? Yeah, paper firsts have a little bit of value. Usually it's like about half as much as the chrome. But if you're just going to sell a raw paper first, it's not going to have much value. You're going to probably want to gem that thing up. The paper prospect set is a nice, fun thing to put together. You can do it for a somewhat reasonable price. Or if you're on the other end of things, if you're on the end of things where you're trying to get back, buy box or case or something, trying to get back, you want to put together your paper prospect sets and your chrome prospect sets. Try to sell them in sets if you can, or you can send your chrome firsts away to get graded. You want to stick to the first round probably, at least initially. But your big name, top, like I said, there's probably about 10 guys you could send off in this first round that have value. But we will see as time goes on. There's the first green grass. Gavin Fiend to 99. I like the green grass parallel. Beautiful. What's up, This the Breaks? There's Mate. Nice colorful card. Breaker's Delight. Gorilla Farmer says, happy Bowman draft. Good luck, Breakers. Hello, Stryker. Hello, Gorilla Farmer. What's up, Vincey? Every box has had a gold, I think. Every one of these Breaker's Delight boxes. Maybe that's why they went up so fast. Lodis to 150. Going to Dan. Landon Harmon for Anthony. And the gold shimmer. 2 golds in this one. Aha. AJ Russell to 50. Going to Kurt. And Tyson Lewis to 50 for Jesse. Zach Root to 250. Gray to 125. Tayton Gray for Kurt. How about another hobby? Not used to really calling these hobby boxes yet. These used to be called jumbo boxes. Now they're called hobby boxes. I always wonder why they go so heavy on Allen and Ginter. Like, they had 3 formats this year. Well, 4. I think they had blaster boxes too. Hobby boxes, Mitchell and Ness boxes, black boxes, and blasters. It just goes so heavy on that product. Chase Shores. Little X-Fractor. Black is always good, yeah. I wish I could have got some. Oh, okay. This is the first college parallel. And they're in their college uniforms. Tyler Bremner. Interesting. UC Santa Barbara. So this is going to go to the player, like whatever team they're on now. It's going to go to like this player. Standard, like it should. That was in the listing too. I already figured all this out in advance because I knew these were coming. That is the number 2 overall pick for the Angels. Guess I can... Let's get ahead of this. Hugus to 150. Nice mustache. It's for Krish. You'd rather open a crappy Panini than A&G? Not me. Our second true orange of the day. We've been getting a lot of low numbered stuff. Cameron Miller, 3 of 25, and Ethan Hedges. There's a lot of Ethans. I was going through, looking at all the Ethans. There's like, I think there's 3 first-round Ethans. Let me see. Ethan Holiday was the number 4 pick. Ethan Conrad was the number 17 pick. And Ethan Petrie, he was second rounder, number 49 pick. That's what I was seeing. So Cameron's got the Rockies. Ethan Hedges. Yeah, Ethan must have been a big name. Joshua Kuroda Grauer to $4.99. Top Panini Otanis are very valued to people who don't know what they're doing. The only people who buy Panini, like big Panini cards, are people that don't quite understand the game yet. I'm sure there are a few people who are just like, I just want a cheap Otani auto, or well, like even his autos from Panini are definitely valuable. Like any of his autos are going to be valuable. An Otani auto on a napkin is going to be valuable. So that doesn't really say much. But like, why would you spend big money on an unlicensed Otani card? Well, you would do that because you don't really understand the game. And I get it. I did that when I first got back into the game. I was just like, okay, I'm looking for, the guy I was looking for was Corey Seager. I was like, I want a Corey Seager autograph. So I'm searching on eBay. And I didn't know really the difference between Panini and Topps and licensed and unlicensed, and I just was like, okay, cool. This one's cheap, and I bought it. And then, you know, not too long later, you figure out what licensing is. You're like, oh, that's why it looks weird. They airbrushed out the team and the... Oh, okay. Now I don't like it so much. So I can imagine there are quite a few people that don't exactly know. I mean, raise your hand in the chat if you've done that. Getting back into the game, accidentally buy some Panini stuff because you didn't quite know and it was a lot cheaper. I did it. To be fair, Prism football, well, it's licensed. That's the difference. Big difference. It's the only game in town. It was. Not no mo. Now that they don't have the licensing for basketball and football, let's see if Panini's the big dog in town for basketball and football. It won't be. They will fizzle away into oblivion and go bankrupt. Charlie Condon. That is a sweet card. Man, both breaks we got one so far. That's a gold mini diamond, 13 of 50. Awesome. Beautiful. Cameron. Ben says, I'll buy all the Panini Otanis. No, you won't. Liar. Very cool, Condon. Yeah, the reptilians are. They do. They have like a little texture on them. They're pretty cool. You can. It's like you can. Yeah, you can feel it. J.B. Middleton. KC says, I did plenty of 22 Prism when I got back in. Don't touch it now. It's just a growth process, man. Everybody goes through that. I'm not saying that you're dumb or something for doing that. When you get back in, you don't quite understand. That's the trap everybody falls into. You got to learn. You got to go through it to learn. I have ripped the stuff. It depends. Like, there have been things that are okay over time. Like, there's a ratio of, like, how much do I have to pay for Panini products? And then how much are they worth on the secondary market if you don't want to keep them, which I don't know why you would. They don't look good on the eyes. Here's one of those reptilians, Quintero. But sometimes, like some products in the past, I have ripped a little bit of like optic. Like there's a few very specific things that I've ripped because it was a good $1 per autograph, relatively speaking, and like the return is actually okay. So like the newest stuff where now they don't even have, like they went through a little stretch there where you couldn't even have active players. You couldn't have rookies or active players. You could only have prospects and retired players for baseball, Panini. That sounds awful. And then I opened up a little bit of it and it was like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. Stefura, sky blue. But I don't even want to talk, like it's irrelevant. It's obsolete. You never made that mistake. Nice. It's a target trap. It's just a trap for a lot of people. It's really hard when you get back into the hobby and it's very overwhelming. There's all these different brands and different kinds of cards and different releases and Topps, Bowman, Panini, and Leaf, and there's tons of different things. So it's all a trap, man. Then you go to all you want when you get back into the hobby is to open up a box. Where can I go to open up a box? Who has cards? Target. Walmart, whatever it is, right? And so you go there with wide eyes and you're like, oh, baseball cards. You just grab a box because you don't know. Could be Panini, could be whatever. And then you open it and you're just like, okay, here it is. Then maybe you go through the process of looking it up, comparing prices across the different brands, and then you see like, oh, wait, what, you don't even know what licensing is. You don't even know that mean. You're just like, what do you mean? How come they don't have the logo on there? How come it's like, looks weird? This is the natural process everybody has to go through. Then you figure it out, and then you stay far away from the unlicensed stuff for the most part. Even my friends who I talk to about this stuff make that mistake. Like I'll see a friend and they'll be like, hey man, I got a box of this, and I'll be like, oh, why'd you buy that? Why didn't you text me? You should text me and take a picture. Be like, what should I buy? Never fails. They always buy the stuff they shouldn't. Steve with a $4.99. Good to see you, brother. And go Bears. Good to see you, Steve. Appreciate the super chat, man. I think the Bears are going to win. I mean, like, I don't like the Packers, but I kind of like the Bears this year. There's a reason, because they're division rivals. The reason is because I had Bears on my fantasy team, and, you know, they did okay a few games. They won me a few games. DeVries to 125, followed by Forbes to 99. Going to Robert. Oliveto. Another one for Robert, back to back. Jeesh. Zach Root to 150. For Jonathan. There's Lombard. Here come the parallels. Koo to 99. Fleming to 250. And South the Scene to 125. And a base card for no reason. That's going to be the thing. Making fun of the base cards and the Breakers Delight boxes. How snobby do you have to be? This snobby. Mocking the base cards. Huh. What's with that? I only want parallels in my special box. For this. I'm not going to apologize. Only the best for my slammers. So, Steve, we got to get together again if I go to the National. That was fun, man. Run it back. Second time, better than the first. A little bit louder, a little bit drunker. I mean, you know, just a little bit. We got more. Not even close to being done. Bad Ash with a 10-month. Always appreciate all you do, man. Keep it up. I appreciate you. 10 months. Looking good. Can't believe base cards and delay. I know. But, you know, they did kind of make up. They are pretty juiced. We've gotten lots of golds already. And a gold first is like just guaranteed money. You gotta take care of it nice and quick though, but there's a bunch of guys where just a gold first, not even an auto, is gonna be woo. Number 1 guy's Willits. I hit the Bears at halftime at plus 900. I'll buy the beer, brother. Nice. Dude, Bears won me some money this week. I was pretty heavy on them. Yet another reason. That's really, like, my loyalties to players and teams, they lie with, do they make me money? Like, did I bet on them and then I won the bet? That's my bar. If they did not, if it was the other way, oh, not gonna like them. Let's see a little, there's an X-Fractor, Young. Just curious, I can't remember exactly what I bet on. Oh, it was the Bears money line. It wasn't very complicated. It was just the Bears money line. We went pretty heavy on that. Monroe. That's where I thrive. Just money line bets. Anytime you get fancy and start adding in player props to it and building parlays, it's a big mistake. It's just, they do not give you the proper odds. Take advantage of you. They're like, let's get these suckers to do some like multi-leg parlays. And we'll give them an extra 30% or something. They'll gobble it up. They'll lose all their money. We are opening Hobbies and Breakers Delight boxes today. I didn't get any super jumbos. Slawinski for the Angels. Kevin. Very nice. Almost to 200 likes. Making a little progress early. Look at this. Back-to-back somethings. Back-to-back beauties. Oh. Mini Diamond Parallel. Axis. 11 of 150. Gavin Keelan. He is the... I looked him up earlier. Yeah, he's the 13th overall pick. Back-to-back Gavins in the draft, by the way. Gavin Fiend and Gavin Keelan. Another popular name, yeah, right around that time. And Murph. Yeah, those super jumbos are the packs are they're crazy. They're like two of these, even more, linked together like this. They're huge. What was I gonna do? Do something. I forgot. Just tried to buy it today, and here I am ripping it. It's release day, man. We go heavy on release day. Hagen Smith, the 250. You can get it at your card shop. Easy Glide soft sleeves from cardshells.com. That's where you want to get your supplies, by the way. Veteran-owned business. Portion of the proceeds goes to the Wounded Warrior Project. Use the code Stryker26. New code for 2026. Stryker26 will get you a discount. Top loaders, sleeves, one touches, binders, boxes. They got it all, man. Card shells with a Z.com. Dante Nori, sky blue. I like this sky blue parallel. This is one of my go-tos right here. Because they're uncommon. You know, roughly one per box. The production is pretty low on them. And the PSA pop is pretty low on them too. Not a lot of people think, because it's an unnumbered one, there's nothing fancy, it's not all sparkly and shiny. So not a lot of people are just care about them that much, I guess. And I'm all about like the unnumbered parallels because they're affordable. You can get them in a PSA 10, relatively affordable if you want to get the little mini rainbow. Back to back, that might be an auto. Oliveto to 99, followed by Bremner. Tyler Bremner to 150. Blue Wave autograph for Kevin. So you can get like out of this in particular, like the Bowman draft release, you can go with the refractor, X-fractor, speckle, sky blue, mini diamond parallel run, or not mini diamond, unnumbered parallel run, the mini rainbow run. If you want like an affordable chase of something that's like, I mean, I say affordable, still gonna cost you a little bit, but not crazy like the numbered stuff will. Could be the coldest NFL game of all time. Yeah, why are we all hyping? What day is it? Saturday. No, Sunday for the Rams at Chicago. Guys, we are getting awfully antsy, aren't we? It's only Wednesday. Nice Reds fan. I got my redemption in for my Marcelo as well. Hopefully that happens sometime soon. Gage Wood. For Michael. Couple more base cards and refractors. And then the final Breaker's Delight box for number 2, break number 2. Let's go. Currently ripping, KC says, currently ripping a 25 Heritage High number for a little profit challenge in my research after 4 boxes. It looks like Otani may only have red ink autos. Really? So a tough pull. I've never had Chick-fil-A. Caught looking. They don't have one around here, so never had one. Never had it before. Seth Hernandez. Pirates. Hit for Tim. This is the number 6 overall pick. He's a big-time prospect out of high school. So that's going to have some value. He's got his number on there, too. Justin Lampkin to 150. Back-to-back KC hits. Nolan Sailors to 499. Justin. And then a little inaction. Die cut. Zirwa to 99. Rojas to 250. Fisher to 150. And thanks for the random base card. Thanks, Bowman. There's a lot of, D. Burke says Seth could realistically have gone number 1 overall. That's the thing about the first round of the Major League Baseball draft is some of these guys require bigger signing bonuses, and some of the cheapskate teams don't want to pay that bonus. So the player drops to a team that's willing to pay the big boy bonus. Triple B. So, like, just because a guy goes number 1 overall doesn't mean necessarily he was just like a lock to go number 1, the best player in the draft. Not necessarily. Like, a lot of guys in the first round, at least a handful, could have gone number 1, depending on the team's needs and scouting, and then how much they got to pay to sign them. Hit of the break. Nolan Sailors. Check it out. He's going on the website, buddy. Congratulations. How cool is that? Mr. Sailors in the chat. His dad. So cool. Oh, man. I'm like all tingly for you. I feel it. All right, let's check out the hits. Shores X-Fractor, Grauer to 499, Young X-Fractor, Nori Sky Blue, Stafura as well. Keelan to 150, Mini Diamond Axis, Gray to 199, Quintero to 199, Monroe to 99, Slawinski, first auto, DeVries to 125, Root to 150, Southacene to 125, Coe to 99, Fleming to 250, Wood, Oliveto to 99, Bremner to 150, Smith to 250, another Oliveto, Forbes to 99, Fisher to 150, Rojas to 250, Zira to 99, Lamkin to 150, Hernandez first auto, Lewis to 50, Root to 250, Gray to 125, Lodis to 150, Harmon, Bremner, collegiate variation, Jacobs, Sky Blue, Wiggins X-Fractor, Quintero Speckle, Bowker to 125, Ricardo to 499, West to 250, and a base West, Gamble to 199, Fiend to 99, Middleton, Millar to 25. Russell to 50. Hughes to 150. Hedges to 499. McConaughey to 150. Condon in action. Mini diamond die cut auto to 50. And the Hot B. Nolan Sailors refractor first auto to 499. Look, he's got a good sig too. That's how you know. Break number 3. Here we go. We're ready, just like that. Ready? Good luck, break number 3. All right, Ben, I've been waiting a long time for this moment. He says, I get it. Stryker pushes Topps because that's who pays him. Topps doesn't pay me, buddy. I don't work for Topps. And because of that, you got to go in a timeout for saying things that are untrue, unfounded. Oh, look what we have here. A little snack pack. Oh. Do we do dessert first? Everybody gets to vote but Ben. Do we do the snack pack first? You think Topps pays me? What a glorious, like, I'm just a guy opening cards. I wish. Like, come on, Topps, give me a fat bag. Yeah, right. Idiots. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Dessert first. Little timeout for Ben. You gotta watch your mouth a little bit around here. Bubblegum. Liam Doyle. Nate Snead. Mother-in-law. Sunflower Seeds, Nate Seed. JD Thompson Peanuts. And an auto to 5. Mura. Do you get an auto in these guaranteed? I know they've had them in the past where like every card's an auto, but how sweet is this? Dessert first paid off. Gotta love a snack pack. Yeah, little freebie auto with some low numbered stuff, low production stuff. And we are going through top loaders like crazy already. Crazy town top loaders. Steve coming in with a $4.99. When is Chasing Cardboard coming to your house to do a video and clean out your base cards? Ah. Dude. Please, yeah. Come on. Base cards, as far as the eye can see. Chasing Cardboard, you want those, right? No, I mean... No, I'm actually working with Chris Sewell right now. Baseball card collector, investor, dealer, in that order. He's buying some stuff off me. I don't know if he's going to make a video about it. I probably will do a little something on the process. Maybe make a little video about it. I don't know. But I'm working with him. We'll see how it goes. If it goes good, at the very least, he's a real nice guy, and it's nice to make a connection with him. But I'd love Chasing Cardboard to come and check out the crib and the brake pad and have him buy all my stuff. Please buy all my stuff. Have him shoot me an offer and be like, double it. No? All right, go home then. Oh, that's the worst. Thanks, Aaron. Base cards make great insulation. You know what they don't do is they one thing they will do is if you burn them, they'll make you sick. You breathe in the toxic fumes. I found that out. Briseño. Tigers. You know what the problem is it's not the base cards. The problem when you open up a lot of wax is not the base cards that pile up per se. It's the stuff that has a little bit of value. It's like the $1 to $4 stuff. That's the problem. That's the stuff you can't just get rid of. It's just got some kind of value. But is it worth your time to list it? Hugus. Another one, man. We got a couple, 2 or 3 of his autos already. Eric. Sewell is the GOAT. I like his videos. So what do you do with all your base cards? Store them in boxes? This is the most, like, I get asked this question every single. What I do and what you would do would be 2 different things probably, but first of all, make complete sets out of them. I'll tell you what I do. I make complete sets out of them. Number 1. Number 2, I give them away to all kinds of different people and organizations. Little league teams, elementary schools, slammers, etc. People who email me and they're just like, hey, I'm a kid. Can I have some cards? That happens every day. Almost every day. So that's like base cards. That's how they go. Friends of mine who have nephews and kids, give them a lot of cards. So there's a few things that you can do. That's what I do. And then, but like, so the question then is like, what about all the other stuff? Not base cards, but like parallels, autographs, relics, good rookies, etc. that are just like, what do I do with this? I don't want to spend the time to take a picture and upload it on eBay. That's where, like, if you have the ability or have like a flea market near you that you could set up at, it's a good spot to unload small stuff like that, because people love going through dollar bins. Like if you have a flea market booth set up and you've got just like a bunch of dollar bins around you, $1, $2, 50-cent bins, quarter bins, that's the way to do that. AJ Russell, because then it's the best of all. You don't gotta spend your time uploading and all that. It's cash too, or a garage sale. Store them in boxes. Yeah, but if you do that, after a while it gets out of control, and then you got like, wow, that's cool. Dax to 150. These are... I'm digging these die cuts. You know I am a sucker for die cuts. I'm a sucker for a die cut. And I'm especially a sucker for like a rare die cut. The common ones, not so much. But the rare ones, parallels or tough insert die cuts, I do like those. Quentin Young, Speckle. You're a dollar bin guy? Yeah. I found one of my best cards out of a dollar bin at a flea market. Big flea market in Ohio. I used to go with my grandma. And we'd set up a booth because she was into antiques. So she had a bunch of antiques. She'd set up an antique booth and I'd help her out, and I'd also go looking at the cards when I was a kid. Probably about maybe like 12 years old. Around that age. 10 to 12. But now that I'm thinking about it, I must have been there when I was about 13. Just judging by like, because what year was that card that I found? It was a ruby. I found a Jordan ruby in a dollar bin. Can you believe that? What a story. Like, people probably don't even believe it. But I didn't know it was a ruby when I found it. I just saw that it was like, I didn't even know what that was until years later. And I was like, oh, this is different. I just thought it was a Jordan. I was like, I'll take a Jordan for $1. Come to find out, it's a special card. Very valuable. They didn't know either. Michael Olivetto. Little speckle action to 71 for the Tigers. Bobby. Trader's World. It's that one that there's... I can't remember what it's called. It's been so long since I've been there. But it's the one that has like... It's like at a farm. And there's like barns that are full of booths. And there's outside booths everywhere. It's huge. Huge. Like miles and miles of it. And then there's a big central building. That's all I remember. So if there's 50 listings of a card I have, should I wait until there's only 10? No, you just gotta advertise it. There's always going to be a lot of, I mean, if you're listing lower end stuff, there's going to be a lot of them. You either got to price it lower than everybody else, which the race to the bottom sucks for everybody, but that's the nature of eBay. You either got to list it lower than everybody or you advertise it. So it ends up being the first listing they see, but then eBay's going to take another chunk. Dominic Fritton. Yellow Reptilian to 75. Going to John. eBay nerfed promoted listings. I don't know what you mean. Another Reptilian. They're really going hard on the Reptilians. Nolan Schubart to 125. Got a lot of different ones. Got almost 500 in the house. Looking for some likes. Only have 230 so far. If you haven't hit it yet, you know what to do. Zerwa for Tim. Blue, sky blue, unnumbered. it went into effect yesterday. They made it so if you promote a listing and anyone clicks on it, you will get charged even if the person who bought it didn't click it. Honestly, I don't even care. I mean, that sucks. But I assume that if I put a listing up and I promote it, it's going to get charged. Like, I'm going to be charged. So basically every single listing that I have, I'm assuming that I'm going to get upcharged another 12% or whatever. That doesn't seem fair though. That doesn't even make sense. No, Josh, I'm not interested. Thank you though for thinking of me. That was all from one box because we got that snack pack. That's a loaded box. Bonus auto too. Yeah, before you only got upcharged if the person bought it, yeah. Or if the person that clicked it bought it, which is the way it should be. Why would you get charged if just one person clicks on it and then it goes somewhere else? That doesn't make sense to me. Jake Cook. Green lava to 99. Peyton Gray of Tampa Bay. For John. Kevin's got the Jake Cook. And Riley Quick. For Thomas. Bazana, prized prospects. Max Clark to 250. Dean Curley to 125. And Mason Neville to 99. You got a 23 first edition box. How many did you get? Fun rip. Mookie Betts to 5. Nice. How rare are the snack packs? Well, in the past, I don't know if we actually know the number, but it wasn't at 1 in 10 cases or 1 in 20 cases. Very rare. There were 2 different kinds of them. I think the regular snack packs that didn't have an auto were like 1 in 10, and then the ones that did have an auto, all autos, like full of autos, was 1 in 20 cases. I thought that was what it was. You bought 3 boxes? Gotcha. 10 cases, says Brett. Yeah. Let's go like this. Chuck B says found a numbered Tiger Woods in a $1 box and it sold for $150. Wow. Yeah, you got to realize too that, you know, put yourself in the headspace of the person who's assembling the $1 box. They probably just are in the same situation that we are just talking about. They got all these cards, they don't know what to do with them, and they're just like dollar bin, you know, they're not spending too much time probably figuring out what needs to go in what box and what bin. And also things change. Also, you can overlook some things. Like we just talked about with the Ruby. Not everybody who open, and maybe they like have a card shop or something and this is like their side gig. I know the guy that owned the card shop in our town, every Sunday he would go to the flea market and sell stuff there too. So like, dude worked every single day. If you're you own a card shop, man, you gotta grind. You gotta grind it out and try to find, like, you know, all the tricks to try to nickel and dime your way back on all this stuff. Because card shop guy a lot of times started out as guy who just likes to rip packs and boxes. And they're like, I gotta sell this stuff somehow. Why don't I, you know what would be nice is if I could get this stuff for cost, then I could rip it for cheaper. And then I'd actually have a place to sell these little dollar cards. And that's how a lot of card shop guys start. Yeah, things sit for a long time. And that's the thing, is it'll just sit in there. Maybe one day it's worth $1, and then a few years down the road it's worth a lot. And you're the lucky guy who found it. Card shop guy or whoever's setting up at the flea market, they don't remember everything in their dollar bins, nor do they care. They're just like, please buy it for $1. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take a picture, make sure it's good, upload the picture to eBay, fill out a whole listing, hope it sells. When it finally does sell, then I gotta print out a shipping label or manually label it, pack it, ship it, and hope nothing goes wrong. Like Kane Kepley to 99. Jorge. Manny says, I pretty much only buy overlooked cards. Yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can definitely find some good stuff in those at flea markets and garage sales, antique malls or whatever, where they just have Seth Hernandez Refractor. It's a good card. You know, like those little antique malls where someone will just like co-sign their stuff out. Sometimes you can find some decent stuff there too. And then you can think of it this way, if you're at a place like that, or anywhere, like these people are always willing to wheel and deal, especially if you take multiples. Lambkin to $4.99. Yost Refractor. Harvey Refractor. Aiden West again. We got multiple Aiden West autos today. Bought some of my best old top sets at those places. Yeah, that stuff aged, like, especially, you know, stuff from the 70s at one point was like, just, you know, it's okay. And then stuff from the 70s was like, it turned into like, ooh, there's some diamonds in here. And now it's, oh, you got cards from the 70s? Ooh. Like it took over the vibe of 60s a little bit. Because for a while it was like baseball cards from the 60s were the hotness, and then 70s stuff wasn't worth that much, and now 70s stuff is worth a lot. Eventually, like, and then, I mean, now a lot of the guys from the early 80s made the Hall of Fame. That's kind of how it goes. After a player plays for 20 years, wait 5 years, get into the Hall of Fame, then they start getting some nostalgia of like, oh my gosh, you know, our guy made it. Remember how good so-and-so was? And then those cards start going up. A little more time has gone by, so slimmer pickings. Collections get lost and forgot about and get covered up in a hoard. Josiah Hartshorn. Another one going to Jorge. Purple parallel to 250. I haven't opened any jumbo, Mitch, so usually in the past I have broken these down in depth between a super jumbo and a regular jumbo, and usually the way to go is actually this route right here, formerly known as the jumbo box, currently known as the hobby box. And the reason is because you get more numbered autos in the past. I haven't done it for this, but typically it's the same. You get more numbered autographs per dollar spent in this format in the past. So that's why I've preferred this format over the years. But who's to say? You could just basically go, what's the better dollar per auto, and then buy that format. Ozzie Smith, 79 rookie and a PSA 10 goes for nearly $250,000. Jeez. There's just so few that exist. You can have complete sets where a set collector was meticulous and careful with their cards. And the miscutting and the printing process and the centering and just like everything is so bad that you're not going to find a gem. Braden Montgomery to 125. Justin says, buddy of mine gave me his dad's card collection. Third year, Walter Payton, rookies of Trammell, Lou Whitaker, Jack Morris. Pretty cool from the 70s. Yeah, that's always cool. Fun to go through. Dakota Jordan, Green Grass to 99. Devin Taylor, X-Fractor. I don't have an Ozzie rookie. That's one, like, I've got a lot of... I bought a collection recently, and it really expanded my vintage collection, like, exponentially. So I have a lot of rookies from 70s to today. But I do not have an Ozzie. He didn't have any 79 stuff, that guy I bought. I don't recall. There were a couple of years, weird years, that were like good that he didn't have. I don't know. I think it's just the nature of the collector. And you guys may know, like you may have experienced this, where you're all in for a while and then it fizzles away and you lose interest, and then maybe like some good rookie comes out in a particular year and then you get back into it and then it fizzles out again and kind of goes up and down. A lot of money in Layton. A lot. It's tax season. We'll see how much I spent this year. It's probably going to be like, I don't know. It's probably going to be like $1 million or something. Griffin Hughes for Eric. Aaron Watson, gold shimmer to 50. Robert, nice hit, man. Big gold. First round pick right here. Oh no, round 2, 51st overall. Second round pick. Jake Cook, refractor to 499. What do you think? You think we pull a super today? I've been pulling supers like crazy. Davelin to 250. Picentine to 125. And Cook to 99. Are we going to see a super today? Cubs fan says, my grandpa gave me a box of cards, all 1970 and 71. Had a 1970 Nolan Ryan, still have it. That's a sweet card. I got a bunch of 72 stuff, and the Nolan wasn't in there. It's like the biggest card, one of the biggest cards from 72. There are a lot of good players still in 72. It's a cool set. The design is, I like the design. You get, I think, some like Willie Mays. Clemente. D. Burke, you know, I was kind of thinking the same thing, but like I'm not a vintage expert, so I don't like to speak a whole lot about stuff I don't know a whole lot about. So I agree, though. I do like that design a lot. You say 72 is the best Topps vintage design in your opinion. I think it might be my favorite. And I was wondering, I was curious. I think I did a Google search about like how do people feel about the 72 design, because I was really like I think it's my favorite for Mello, and like a lot of people do like it. It's very nostalgic for a lot of people, and it's a really nice set. There's like a lot of good players in it. Talk about condition sensitive. 71. You put a 65 set together? Whoa. With a PSA 6 Hank Aaron as my starting point. It's a good starting point. Rock Regio to 125. Rockies. For Nicholas. But as I was going through that guy's collection, you know, he had 0 cards in top loaders. It was all set collecting. Most of the sets, no, not most. I don't know. Most of the sets he had were like junk wax sets. Like the complete sets. And a lot of the earlier stuff wasn't complete. But you could see it was really fun going through it because he had little sticky notes on all the sets that he couldn't complete, or that he was trying to complete, with the cards he was missing. And there were some big boys in there for sure. But I just found it interesting that some of the biggest years he didn't have. Like he collected all the way into probably the last year was like 2018. He had like a couple of loose boxes. He didn't have any update, of course. He didn't have any update of anything. It was only like flagship stuff. No Bowman either. Football. A lot of football. And I learned a lot about football going through it. Old football. Late 60s all the way to modern, ultra modern. What are the stipulations for getting cases of cards before they're released in order to do breaks on release day? There's no stipulation. You can buy them from anyone. Matthew Miura. I'm just looking up some info for you guys real quick because we were talking about the retail stuff, and it appears that the retail stuff is going to be released on the 28th, so that's why you haven't gotten yours yet. So if anybody's like waiting on their retail, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. '70s cards. You know what I was surprised at as I was going through that 72 stuff? I was surprised at how many common cards. And basically, from what I looked up, every single card I looked up that was like a PSA 10 in that checklist was worth like a couple $1,000s. Commons. And it must have been that people are trying to like get their complete set in a gem or something, and they're just so rare to gem up that if you can find a 10 of anything, it's got serious value. Because yeah, they're like almost every card is OC or miscut. And like this dude had, they're all, the corners are perfect, edges are like everything is real nice, except they're like just OC stuff left and right. But they're like beautifully vivid. Nolan's on Whatnot. Bring him on over. Introduce him to the GOAT. Dax. Whatnot. It's not the place. Until I go there, and then that'll be the place. Marcus Phillips. For Damien. You're working on a 53 Bowman set? Trish. Good luck. Charles Davlin. Camille, congratulations. It's a war zone over there. It's a S show. Back-to-back parallels. Namala color match to 150, followed by Chrome Blue Blake Mitchell. Jeez, back-to-back color matches. Not bad. So KC, Eric's got KC, and Toronto, Kevin. We got Sky Blue Slowinski. Completed the 73 set last fall. Any Charlie Condon today? Yeah, actually, we did pull a sweet Charlie Condon in the last break. Awesome autograph. You should check it out. Rewind a little bit. No, JB, they turned the loyalty program is now Fan Cash, Fanatics Cash, which is better because you can actually like use it to buy boxes of cards and anything. I think it's better because I buy stuff on both, and the Topps loyalty stuff was you could only use it on Topps now. There's a refractor, Willits. But now you can use all that stuff on, like, you can use it on Fanatics. It crosses over. So if you want to buy boxes from Fanatics or Topps, I think you can just apply it to your order. That's huge. So you don't have to like use it all up real quick. Unless you want to use it on Topps Now stuff real quick, which is fine, but I would prefer using it on wax. Or anything on Fanatics. Memorabilia. They got lots of autographed memorabilia and all kinds of stuff. Okay, one more Breaker's Delight box in break number 3. We got 2 more after this. Thanks for joining me today. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me turn on. Did I turn my alert box on? It is on. Okay. They have singles you can buy on Fanatics. I believe so. They have like auctions. Dude, there's another one of those to 35. What is this all about? This is the second one we pulled today. I don't know what this is, but we'll figure it out. Riley Quick to 150. Twins. Thomas. Carmichael. Easton Carmichael. Going to Cameron. And Vidorek. Landon Vidorek. For Camille. Morris to 250. There he is. Nolan Sailors to 150. Very cool. Harmon to 50. Landon Harmon. Where you at, Nolan? Come on over from Whatnot. The wasteland of Whatnot. Come on over. One thing about those Breakers Delay boxes, there are a bunch of top load cards. Okay, a Bowman logo fractor that they forgot to put the logos on. Got it. Got it. What's wrong with Whatnot? It's not Stryker brakes. It's real simple, dude. Anything that's not this right here, right now, sucks. Chat, he opened himself up. He asks, what's wrong with Whatnot? Care to indulge him? We got a snack pack. How juicy is that? All right. Just had a whatnot ad after I said that. Just kidding. I have nothing against whatnot. I don't know. They desperately want me on their platform. That's all I know. And I appreciate it. But I'm happy here at my home that I built from the ground up. I had a Montgomery Club stamped card in NBA flagship. According to the checklist, they don't exist. Wow, yeah, I've never heard of that. Here are the hits, folks. Lampkin to $4.99. Taylor X-Fractor. Farmello X-Fractor. Willits Refractor. Slowensky Sky Blue. Namala to $150. Mitchell $150. Montgomery to $125. West to $75. Fritton Sky Blue. Davlin to $250. Cook to $99. Payson to $125. Jordan to $99. Mura to $99. Regio to $125. Morris to $250. Max Clark to $35. The Bowman Refractor Parallel. Bowman logo refractor parallel that's got no logo on it. Zirwa Sky Blue. Young Speckle. Brisino to $4.99. Russell X-Fractor. What's up, Retro? Happy draft day. Fritton to $75. Kilby to $150. Neville to $99. Curley to $125. Clark to $250. Kilby Refractor. Schubert to $125. And here's our snack pack hits. Doyle Bubblegum. Sneed Sunflower Seeds. And Thompson Peanuts. Harmon to $50. Lodice. Autograph. Davlin. Phillips. Hugus. Cook to $4.99. Quick to $150. Carmichael Auto. Vidoric. First auto. Sailors to $150. Our new favorite player. Another Hugus. Cook to $99. Quick first. Gray first. Yeaman first auto. Oliveto to $71. Mura to $5. Cracker Jacks. Popcorn. I can't remember what that is. I think it's Cracker Jacks. Fisher to $4.99. Hartshorn to $250. West. Kepley to $99. And Watson to $50. Break number 4 is up, and it's live, and it's prime time. You got a Cosmic Auto and a Topps Chrome update box. Whoa. How does that even happen? Home from work, Tyler? Congratulations. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy draft day, retro. No more NBA Chrome. Just I can't do NBA Chrome every single day of the week. Although, you know, this is draft release day, so we're focusing on that today and Friday. It's a big deal. But we will do some Chrome maybe next week. Next week, do another NBA Topps Chrome break mixed in somewhere. Moss to $4.99. We got break number 4. Tampa Bay. Eric. Every day is Flag Day, yeah. Cameron Millar. For Eric. KC. Eric B. Yeah, multiple Eric B's too. It's not so easy just to say Eric B and know who I'm referring to. When do you think Drew Jones will make his MLB debut? July 21st, 2026. Actually, I'm going to take that into August because I don't know what day the All-Star game is, so I don't want to accidentally say the All-Star game. You're thinking about getting the Montgomery Club Steph Curry graded. I've only seen one other for sale on eBay. Well, if she could gem up, wouldn't be a bad idea. I send a lot of stuff away to get graded that nobody else does. Stuff that people don't think about that ends up being 1 pop or 2 pop, low pop, you know? It's not bad idea sending stuff away that you don't even know. Like, man, I haven't even seen any of these graded. Dakota Jordan to 75. Going to Kevin. Dude, that is a nice hit right there. Starting out with a juicy Willits. Going to Bobby. X-Fractor. First glance, looks perfectly centered. Might want to hang on to that one. By hang on, I mean send it off to the upgrade shop ASAP and immediately list it for sale. Diamondbacks got Arenado for almost nothing. I know, we were talking about that a couple days ago. I was like, yeah, I'll take Arenado if you eat all of his salary, or at least like 90% of it. It's the only way. Nice McGonigal to 150. Man, everybody is all about this kid. Doyle, Speckle. Going to Tim. Ricky's got the Tigers, getting the McGonigal. Jake Monroe. For Nicholas. Base auto. 2 base autos, you know what that means? Autograph number 3 is going to be a parallel. Mark it down. You don't think Jones will make an MLB debut? He's got, like, he has some injuries holding him back. Colin Yeaman. To 99. Going to Chris. Seems like people in this release are putting a little more effort into their autographs. Like the autographs look like actual autographs rather than just like an initial or just like a little swivel. How have the rips been today? They've been good. There he is. It's our first refractor, Nolan. There's just so many good players. And there's a lot of autos flying around, so they're bound to be good. The breaks, you know. Oh, wow. 1 of 100. Dominic Fritton. That's the first, like, steel metal that we've seen. Going to Eric. Oh, sky blue as well. Well, you say that, White Castle, but have you checked out any football player and basketball player autos who have been to college and are Americans? Just saying. Here's an orange. The color match, too. Jacob Reamer to 25. For Tim. Essenberg to 150. Mojo autograph. Kurt K. And Brandon Compton. Marlins hit for Nicholas. Riley Quick. We got 2 parallel autos out of this. Breaker's Delight. It's a 99. To Tim. Lays to 250. There's a red to 5 coming up. Lagrange to 125 in the red. Tommy White. 1 of 5. Slade back there. I got a couple cards to top load. Bear with me for just a minute. Talk amongst yourselves in the chat. Adam says I pre-ordered 3 hobby boxes of 26 Series 1 before looking at the checklist. Disappointed you savage isn't part of Series 1. Well, they got Roman Anthony on there though, right? I didn't look at the checklist before I ordered either. Doesn't really matter in the end. I mean, it does matter, but it doesn't. That makes sense. Like, we're gonna rip Series 1 no matter what. Let's be honest. It's like the most anticipated release of the year. Series 1 every year is huge. I can tell you from a standpoint, like where I'm coming from a number standpoint, you know, on YouTube, they give you all your metrics. The most amount that people end up like searching for baseball card information. It's like the most people come into the hobby or are looking forward to baseball cards. A lot of new people come into the hobby for Series 1. And a lot of people in general are just itching for the newest crop of rookies, and so it's huge. It's why they make so much of it. It's also like a marketing thing for MLB. At least it should be. You know, you put it in every store possible, you get people thinking about baseball. Almost to 300 likes. If you haven't hit it yet, you could be lucky number 300. Arias to 499. AJ Russell is the Texas autograph for Nicholas. We got one base auto. What are the other ones going to be? Is this the box where we get a 1 of 1? I have so many unanswered questions that will be answered very soon. Here comes a green, true green. Elwinger. Oh, there's the auto too. Back-to-back hits. What is this slop right here? I don't know. I don't know if that's like a smear or a cut or what. But if that is a scratch, Marlon, you can send that back to Topps and they will send you a new one. Looks like a scratch. Hiduric. Refractor autograph for Greg. They got to hold some guys out for Bowman, Justin. Bowman's a big release, one of the biggest releases of the year every year, so they got to have a nice crop for that too. What's up, Discus? X-Fractor Tibbs. Tibbs got traded to the Dodgers? He was, played for the Giants, got drafted by the Giants. First rounder. How did that work? When does that release? Usually in like what? April or May. It's usually like the second release of the year. Series 1 and then Bowman. Second big release of the year. CJ Gray of the Angels. Going to Nicholas. Okay. Back to it. I don't know dates for anything. They're not really keeping the public up on release days of things, as far as I can tell. Nice gold paper Mori to 50. Sapphire, I don't know. Usually, like, you'll just get an email if you're on the Topps email list. JoJo Parker in action. You just saw Stryker breaks in a video about how cards are made. Yeah, isn't that wild? They just used my likeness and image without my permission. I don't care. Like, but a lot of people saw me through that and they're like, well, kind of cool. I wish Topps would invite me to the factory. Yeah, since I basically built it with the amount of money I've given them. Just give me a little tour. I can make a video about it, Topps. Yeah, I did see it. Because everybody kept saying, like, you're in this how cards are made video. I'm like, what? So I had to track it down. See what it was all about. Just pulled a case hit, Yegor. All from a hanger? Jeez. I found some more hangers. I got a nice little stash of hanger boxes. I think that's what I'm going to open up next, maybe. I don't know. I've opened a lot. Where do you draw the line? Tell me. It's a sincere question. Where do you draw the line? When do you stop? I have a goal. I want to get some, you know, I want to get the Cooper refractor and X-fractor. Those are like the only two I need. Refractor and X-fractor. But you know how much I'd have to open to actually hit those cards? To like guarantee it. I mean, it could happen in the next box. You know, who knows? I already hit 2 pulsars out of the hangers. So I feel like my luck, there's no way I'm going to hit another one, right? If I only open up a handful more. Say open up like 10, 20 more. Like there's no way I'm going to hit another Cooper, right? And no, I got 3 pulse. Wait. No, it was a basketball aqua. I was thinking it was a aqua pulsar. But it was the aqua basketball Cooper. Where do you even get your hangers from? Oh, I just everywhere they sold them online. I ordered them all online. Best Buy had them. Target had them. And Topps.com had them. That's where I got them from. And you were limited too. You can only order 2 at a time from Best Buy. And Topps.com limited you to 32. And Best Buy limited you to 5. Dude, look at this. Look at the color. Woo. We got a Blue Wave autograph. Nolan Schubert. 27 of 150 for John. Nice pull. Followed by Marcus Phillips. And an orange. Oh. Easton Carmichael, orange, 3 of 25 for Andrew. Big orange auto. 3rd round pick. How about a purple? Caleb Lays to 250. Brody Bright to 150. And Charlie Condon to 99. Hit your first ever merch redemption. I'd love to get one of those, Brandon. I have still yet to pull a merchandise redemption. Memorabilia redemption. Still have not gotten one. And I've opened quite a few Fanatics boxes. I feel like I've opened more Fanatics boxes than most people. And I've never hit one. I'd really like to. It's pretty expensive. $100 a pop to try to chase one of those, you know. That's pretty pricey. But you're not really chasing that. That's just kind of like a bonus when you pull that card, that redemption for the autograph memorabilia. You know, like, I think a lot of people even forget that that's a thing or don't know. A lot of people probably don't even know. They're just like, oh, I'll get this box. It surprises me a little bit, the amount that people don't know that when they're like buying stuff. It surprises me how much people don't know when they're spending money on something. Like, I got an example. There's this game, a casino game called Ultimate Texas Hold'em. You guys, if you've been to the casino, you've probably seen it. You can play it online though too. They have it on FanDuel. I like to play it every once in a while because it's, if you know how to play, if you know the correct way to play, the odds aren't horrible. They're not the worst. And I like Hold'em, so. But it'll show you what people are doing after each street. Like you can 4x bet on before the flop based on your 2-hole cards. And then after the flop, you can 2x bet. And then on the river, if you want to keep playing, you have to match your initial bet. And there's a specific way you're supposed to play. And you can see the percentage of people that are playing, doing certain things. Like at least 60% of the people are doing the wrong thing on every single play. Like they don't even bother to look up how you're supposed to play. They're just like, click, there's all my money. It's weird. Like I would never, I'm the kind of guy that when I'm playing video poker, on my cell phone, I got the Wizard of Odds pulled up just to make sure I'm doing the exact right thing in every single circumstance. Why not? Just pulled up on your cell phone, like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Like on a, I don't know, like a open-ended straight draw or something, or like a flush draw. There's certain situations where you don't know if you should keep maybe 1 or 2 cards. Like I'm pretty, like I know the correct strategy on like 99% of it, but every once in a while I forget if I haven't played for a while. Same with the Ultimate Texas Hold'em. Like there's a certain hands that you're supposed to 4x, and then that's it. That's what the odds say. So you just do that. You do what you're supposed to. Nah, most people don't. That's a nice hit. Big hit right here. Dax Kilby to 99. Nicely centered too. It's a good card. Robert, nice. You know, yeah, I play blackjack. I just, like, if I go to a casino, my first thing I want to do is find the Hold'em room. I want to find a poker room, and I'm going to go there because That's my bread and butter. I'm like, if I go play poker, I know I'm better than most of the people there, if not all of them. So I'm going to go there first, and then blackjack, and then whatever. I actually like video poker because it's got the best odds. We got back-to-back hits here. Something crazy going on. Green grass. Josiah Hartshorn. Followed by, what is this? What is this? Oh boy. Don't know what this is. Eduardo Quintero to 99. That is the achromatic autograph card. Wow. Tough pull. Greg. How do you buy a team for the break? We do random teams. Everybody has to pay the same price, and you could get the best team for the same price or the worst team. But the beautiful thing about Bowman Draft is most teams have an opportunity to hit something good. And the way I build my breaks out, I try to make it and include different kinds of products that will hit the most teams. The maximum amount of teams have a possibility of a good hit. So you got to become a slammer on my Patreon group. Link is in the chat if you want to join a break. Cubs getting involved, Eric. Congratulations on the green grass parallel. Hartshorn. Upside down. You think I can pull the X Fractor on the next run, Cooper? I probably should rip some megas, eh? Is that what you're saying? Are you telling me I should rip some megas in the next video instead of hanger boxes? I got a handful of megas. Caden Bodine. For Chris. What do you guys think, chat? What should I open my next Topps Chrome basketball video? Hanger boxes? Blaster boxes? Mega boxes? Or Fanatics boxes? What would you prefer to watch? And or what vibe are you getting? Like what's going to be the format where I hit? Lay's X Fractor. Got a true blue. And it is Jack Gurevich to 150. For Tim. There's Tim. No one cares. No one cares what next format. Okay. Sounds like maybe I don't need to open any. Xavier Nayans. He is good. Shortstop out of high school. One of the better hits right here. Kurt gets the hit. Nice pull. Steel metal. Another one. Josh Owens. 69 of 100. Retail ripper. Fine. Hanger boxes gets my vote. Oh, I know. I know it's so hard to type in the chat. I know. But if no one cares, then I have no problem not spending like $500 to make a video. I'm okay with it. Sky Blue, Co. You get an NBA Sapphire? If I can. Hell yeah. Don't know when that's coming out or anything about it. But I'd love it. I'd love some. Yes, give me all of it. Like, Topps could come out and... what do you think they're going to charge for that? They could charge $1,000 for a box of that. They could charge more. Uncle Fester says Megas chasing the X-Fractor. Hope Monty members get first crack at NBA Sapphire. Wouldn't that be nice? What? What is this mystery behind Ethan Hedges? It's a mystery, folks. Look at it. Is it just a true gold auto? It looks different, doesn't it? I think, dude, I had it right the first time. Just do it. Oh! It's a good one. Eli Willits to 50. And it's the achromatic autograph. Bobby. What a sick hit. I knew there was something special about it. I could just feel it. Smell it and taste it. Also, my eyes told me. Woo! To the break. Cooper Fleming auto and prized prospects. Kate Anderson. We got Gage Wood and a purple to 250. Billy Carlson to 125 and an additional yellow Malcolm Moore to 75. It's only a matter of time. Well, my friends, let's check out some hits, shall we? Tibbs, X-Fractor, and Lays, Co Sky Blue, and Beleu. Owlwanger to 99, Lagrange to 125, Lays to 250, McGonagall to 150, Moss to 499, Speckled Doyle, Arias to 499, Gray to 199, Young to 125, Condon to 99, Lewis, Sky Blue, Gurovich to 150, Hartshorn to 99, Bright to 150, Lays to 250, Kilby to 99, Reamer to 150, Carlson to 125, Wood to 250, Fritton to 100, Jordan to 75, Owens to 100, Moore to 75, Moree to 50, Fleming and Phillips and Bodine, Neans, all base, Millar, Russell, Monroe, Yeeman to 99, Reamer to 25, Quick to 99, Essenberg to 150, Compton auto, Tommy White red to 5, Quintero to 99, Kylan first, Vidorek to 499, Carmichael to 25, Schubert to 150, Willits X-Fractor, and a gold autograph to 50. Break number 5. The last break of the day. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Any Seth Hernandez today? I don't know. I encourage you to go back and watch the entire rip. How do you like the new release so far? Good. It's just standard Bowman draft release. Nothing too crazy about it. It's a really good checklist, so that's the best thing about it. A lot of young, high school age shortstops in the first round means good Bowman draft release. Here's a red. Here we go. Starting off like that. Walker Janik to 5. 3 of 5. This is the 28th overall pick, first rounder for Houston. Last year's draft, 2024. That is a good one for stand-worthy card number 1. And who's got the Astros? Kurt does. Go get him, Kurt. Go get him. $50 Chuck with the good vibes in the chat. Let's go. Janix a beast? Yes. Yes. Harmon to 150, followed by Dean Curley, autograph refractor to 499. And that's going to Heather. Casey Cunningham, refractor back there too. He's a good player, definitely. You got to keep your eyes peeled for Casey Cunningham. Good card. Go through these. X-Fractor, Corbin Dickerson. Oh, something crazy. Haven't seen this. Whoa, what is this? Final draft. That is something special. Special insert. Tyler Bremner. Angels hit for David. Let's go. George Lombard, also a nice player for the Yankees. Aqua Wave to 125. Any luck finding more Topps Chrome basketball? There's none in my town. I had to buy everything online, and I got everything I want. JT Quinn. No matter how good a release is, oops, you can only buy so much. You know, you only have so much room. You only have so much money. So I bought everything I wanted to, and see what happens. Mostly it's just for me to rip on the channel, so I can actually rip it at a reasonable price. When it's finally completely unavailable on the primary retail market or secondary market, you don't really want to pay those secondary prices for it. Brandon Compton or Justin. Is that the HFA Bowman draft? That's a new insert. It's probably just like one of those tough ones. We're gonna do this break right here. We're gonna do it a little differently. We're gonna do all of these hobby boxes first, and then we're gonna do the Breaker's Delight. Boom, boom, boom. I think that'll be fun at the end. What's the most memorable card you've pulled on a break, not PC? Dude, there's been so many. You want to know the answer to that? Why don't you go look at StrykerBreaks.com. That's my website. Go to the Hall of Hits. Check that out. That's where when I take a picture, snapshot, that's where it goes. The Hall of Hits. Malcolm Moore to 75. The Hot Bees, all the hit of the breaks. Ethan Petrie, Sky Blue. You're a frequent flyer on all hits. So you know. You know what it's all about. There have been so many monsters. The most recent one in my memory is that triple auto. That thing's pretty wicked. I think I've pulled an Acuna 101 autograph. There's just been so many, man. Another orange, Johnny from Mello. True orange to 25. For Chase. Gotta get the big orange up there. Pulled me an Acuna Museum Collection 101 auto a few years back. Witherspoon to $4.99. Cy Young cut auto. Maldonado. First autograph. Let's see who's got the Giants. Brent's got the Giants. Congratulations. Aiden West again for Eric. How many Aiden West today? Quad piece? About 4 of them, maybe? Yeah, there are retrofractors. I think Dan Marino is the retrofractor. There's a few of them. You'll have to look that up. A couple of different ones. Actually, I got it pulled up right now. I'll just tell you. Let's see. Who are the retrofractors? It's called a dream draft pick. It's Dan Marino is like the big boy, I guess, but there are Lou Brock and Sedaharu O of the Giants of Japan. Yomiuri Giants of Japan. So retrofractors are a little, I don't know, maybe a little watered down. Lou Brock, awesome. AJ Russell to 199. Sedaharu O, he's like a legend from Japan, but I don't know how far that's going to go in these parts. Is this the last break? Break 5 is the last break of the day, yes. Billy with a 14-month. Today I learned Dan Marino was a Royal. Yeah. This day in history. Drafted by the Royals. At least according to this dream draft. Dan Marino was selected in the 4th round of the 1979 MLB draft, but he elected to attend the University of Pittsburgh to pursue a football career. What a stupid choice he made. Middleton. Who was advising that dumb move? Zach Root. Speckle. Fisher. Sky Blue. I don't know why they didn't just call that a retrofractor. Unless maybe they're just starting a new theme with the Dream Draft. Yeah, same as Tom Brady. To think he might have been on the 85 Royals and gotten a ring. Wow. Yeah, but it's like the butterfly effect, you know? Like if that would have happened, maybe they wouldn't have won somehow. Mate to 150. There we go. Got the Willits refractor. That's some decent Willits today. Eric, you got the Nationals. Shortstop and pitcher, Mr. Dan Marino. Yeah, of course he was a pitcher. Steel Hall to 99. Anthony Anson. Green, true green. Going to Boston. Bobby. I think, Jesse, that is a a Bowman logo fractor that maybe didn't get the Bowman logo fractors printed on there. That's the current theory. Cameron Nelson. For the Rockies, going to Russell. Elway was also drafted in the same draft by the Royals. Man, Royals are just taking shots on football players. Yeah, Bo Jackson too. What's going on here? Tim Pisentine. His name is getting me. Piacentine. For Tony. Okay, we got weirdness again. Aqua Reptilian. Oh, that's an orange to 25. Xavier Nance. Dude's good. It's a good pick right here. Good player. Followed by Cameron Nelson, the Aqua Reptilian. Bobby Witt Jr. was at one of your LCSs yesterday. Too bad I was out of town. Oh, man. That'd have been cool. Was he signing autos? And how much were they? I'm going to guess. $125 a pop. Elwinger, X-Fractor. The Twins. There's JoJo Parker. It's a good pick. Number 8 overall. Oh, he was just card chopping. Ah, gotcha. Bobby card chopping in your LCS. Jeez. They should have had Stryker breaks on the big screen. I hope if they didn't. You know what would be a good idea from a marketing standpoint? To go to some like card shops that like bigger ones that are well trafficked and go and offer to buy them a TV if they just run Stryker breaks 24/7 on the TV. I think I might be onto a huge marketing scheme. Even Bobby was looking for hangers. Gage Wood got a little sloppy with that one, bud. He was probably watching TV while he was doing it. He's probably watching Stryker breaks on the TV. Got a little sidetracked. I get it, Gage. Jackson, congratulations. What? We're gonna top load that one too. It's a good. Got an invite to Braves autograph session. $125. Ben's back. How's your vacation, Ben? Cooper Flag's Super Fractor auto was pulled yesterday. Good lord. So someone just got a new house. Could you imagine? I don't know about you guys, but I don't open personal packs and boxes thinking that like I'm gonna get a huge card today. I never ever think that. Like it's not even a possibility in my mind. I shoot for pretty low. So if that ever happened, I'd just be like, I wouldn't even. I can't even picture it. A new life? Well, maybe. Then again, if you're opening that kind of stuff, like what did it come out of? Hobby box, jumbo box? You know, we're talking thousands of dollars. Unless it got pulled in a break. But if you're just opening like $800, $900 hobby boxes, I don't know. You probably have enough scratch that where even a card like that might not be life-changing. But who knows? Everybody's different. Okay, 3 in a row. Breakers Delight boxes. Let's do it like this. This is just peak spoiled. We're just so spoiled. We can go like this. Maybe let's just open 3 Breakers Delight boxes. Boom. A boom. It was on Fanatics Live. When I buy, Ben says when I buy boxes, packs, I intend to get at least a hit. Yeah. I'd like a hit. Not out of retail. I don't expect to get a hit out of retail. Like an autograph. I do not. Look at these 3 packs like they're just regular packs. We're going to open them like these. This is just a pack that you know, it almost looks like a retail, like the cheapest retail pack you can get right here. Like you wouldn't even know. It doesn't say anything special on here. Imagine this was just sitting there accidentally on the retail shelf, like they made a mistake. One of those retail boxes were loaded like this. You're like, all right, I'm just gonna open up a cheapest retail, and then the first card you see is just a base card. All right. Oh, got a gold shimmer, and it's an auto. Landon Harmon. It's the wrong national, but it's still a gold shimmer autograph for Eric. 3rd round pick, followed by Gurovic for the other Eric B. Congratulations. Multiple Eric B's today. Chase Shores to 150. Mojo, 2 parallel autos in our random retail pack we found on the sales floor at Walmart. Theo Gillen to 125, and another Aqua. Dean Livingston, and what a pack. Andrew Salas to 75. The craziest pack you'll ever find. The funny thing is, I've told this story before, but it's okay. I found kind of packs like this before. Not exactly like this, not even close, but at Walmart when I was a kid. It was SP, when SP first came out, and they were basketball. And they made like an error or something, and all the packs that we got, my cousin and I each got like a couple of packs, and they were full of like this hard to pull insert. Every card was this crazy insert, different ones though, the whole set. So it was kind of like a hot pack or a hot box or whatever. And like we were just kids, so we didn't have a lot of money, but we bought as much as we could. And then we went right to the card shop and sold them to card shop guy for probably store credit, which we then turned into packs of nothing. But then they found out about it, like not they, like it was then known. And those cards probably weren't worth as much after that, I'm guessing. Because at the time they were like valuable for a kid, valuable for a kid. They should slip a Breaker's Delight pack in a random retail box. Yes. Did you go straight back and buy the rest? I don't remember. The rest of the story is foggy. All I remember is that we bought as much as we could afford, went to the card shop guy, and probably got store credit and used it all, and then we had no more money. I think that's how it went down. Because the packs weren't cheap either. Remember, like SP was like, it wasn't super expensive, but it was more than a regular pack. Okay, just another common random pack off the shelf. Imagine walking in right now and being like, it's about $3 retail. Space. Nothing but base cards in this pack, right? It's a big card. Dax Kilby. Big card to 150. Mojo. Jose. What a sweet hit. Cameron Millar. Royals hit for Steve. Nice, Steve. Glad we got you something. Jake Monroe. For David. Almost all of these boxes have golds in them. Ike Irish to 150. Kane Kepley to 75. Dakota Jordan to 250. Wish they had snack packs and blasters. Well, here's the thing. Blasters and retail is supposed to be for the everyman, for the common man, for the kid, for the guy who just is like, oh, what are these all about? Maybe I'll just buy it. You know what? I haven't bought a box of cards since I was a kid. That's kind of what retail's supposed to be. While it would be awesome if every once in a while they do have hot boxes and like Heritage, even retail. You don't want them to be too good, because if they're too good, they get gobbled up by the flippers and, you know, the whoever's. So what Topps did with basketball this year, retail basketball, is they increased the price a little bit, hoping they may make a lot more money, but also hoping that probably they wouldn't just get gobbled up by flippers, and they'd at least sit on the floor for longer. They want some product to sit on the floor for a little bit of time, because it's, you know, it's also, like we talked about, marketing. When you see the NBA logo right there and you see the players, it makes you think about the NBA, at least for a moment. Maybe your team, maybe you go to a game, maybe you're like, hey, we should go to a game sometime. Like, there's just all kinds of reasons. So if they're like extra juiced, or there's an opportunity to get something sweet out of a retail pack, and people are finding snack packs and are finding packs like this, they ain't gonna last, man. They're gonna get gobbled up immediately. People be waiting in line, they'll be gone as soon as they hit the floor. Retail ripper for the peasants. Fitzy says, when I was a kid, I went to my local card shop, bought a couple packs of Fleer Ultra, and I got a hot pack with a complete set of Scoring Kings insert. Wow, that sounds like a dream, Fitzy. I remember those Scoring Kings cards. Yeah. Maldonado. Green. Looks like we got 2 parallel autos. Another Kilby. Goodness. Well, Brent's got the Giants, and another Kilby for sorry, I lost it. For Jose. Nice, dude. 2 big boys. And AJ Russell, 15 of 25. Going to Travis. Orange Wave. Morales to 150. Phillips to 99. And Bonnemer. Look at, there's no base card on the back of that one. Sometimes they're really nice and they give us a free base card. It's probably included. I don't know if they gave us anything extra. Like if you get an extra numbered card, if you don't get that schmancy base card. Topps raise the prices strictly to make money and nothing else. You'd be surprised at the thought and consideration that goes into everything they do. Like any business owner, you can't just be short-sighted on, you know, short-term profits and just try to like maximize on this one thing. Like there's a much bigger picture. Much bigger picture, brother. Shall we check out the hits from break number 5? Petrie, Sky Blue, Fisher, Root, Speckle, South Ascene, X-Fractor, Elwinger, Nelson to 499, Witherspoon to 499, Dickerson X-Fractor, Mate to 150, Willits Refractor, and South Ascene, Middleton Autograph, Steel Hall to 99, Harmon to 150, Lombard to 125, Moore to 75, Compton first, Auto, Russell to 199, Salas to 75, Livingston to 125, Gillen to 125. This is Axis, Nayans to 25, Nelson to 125, Frey to 125, Wood, Gurovich, Hammond, Sky Blue, Monroe, Auto, Millar, Bottomer to 250, Phillips to 99, Morales to 150, Jordan to 250, Kepley to 75, Irish to 150. This is we did not see, this is the only one we saw today, final draft. That is Tyler Bremner. Janik to 5, red low number, Curley to 499, Formello to 25, Quinn first auto, Anson to 99, Maldonado, West, Piacentine, Shores to 150, Harmon to 50, Kilby to 150 and the base, Maldonado to 99, and AJ Russell, Orange Wave to 25. Well, my friends, it was a very enjoyable Bowman draft. Rip day. We're going to be doing it again on Friday. I'm going to get these cards out to you first thing tomorrow so that you can have them in your hand and do whatever the heck you want to do with them. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to join a break, let me drop a link real quick in the chat. Patreon. Join my Patreon group. Become a slammer, and you'll get notified when I post a break. Any of the slammers, if you want an early notification for the next break, if you've been having trouble getting in or whatever, just send me a DM on Patreon asking for it.